Hello everyone, today I'm going to rank all of the 25 Tintin books. I guess I'll just start with the worst one. So in my opinion, on the 25th spot, so basically on the worst spot, is Tintin in the Lake of Sharks. Why? Well, the movie is quite good, but the book is very bad, I would say. Everything, it doesn't even look real, and the drawings are so bad. Look at this picture, it's horrible. And also there's so much text, as you can see over here. Text, there's a massive... it's a comic, not just a normal book, alright? On the 24th spot is Tintin in Congo. Tintin in the Congo, actually. Well, I like the book, I definitely do like it. I have enjoyed reading it every single time I read it, but it really is just, not a very constructive story, and it's kind of a little bit gore. On 23rd spot, and this might actually hurt some of you, but the broken ear is just... I don't like it. It's definitely a good book, but it's not as good as all of the other books. The drawings are great, but the story is just kind of unrealistic in my opinion. 22. Tintin in America. And you might realize that a lot of these books in the beginning are they're all kind of at the beginning. Tintin in America is a very long-winded story. If we look at this, the biggest part of the book, I think, is just the chase from Smiles, from Bobby Smiles, I think, I'm not sure, and Tintin. And it's just kind of a little bit boring. Now I think the Tintin books get very good. I love every single book from now, seriously. On the next spot, which is 21, the 21st spot, is Tintin in the Soviet. Wait a second. This here is the English version of the book. The non-colored English version. I would love to see the colored version in English. But I love reading it over and over again. It's funny, it's amazing, I love it. I just like it. Many people don't like it. I do. Alright, this is gonna hurt a lot of you. Seriously. Right, on the 20th spot, The Black Island. There we go. There's some books that every single time I read them, I kind of just stop reading Tintin because they're just so kind of not really... They're just kind of a little bit boring. And Black Island is one of them. It's definitely better than Tintin in the Land of the Soviets. Ah, there we go. Good. Now, on the 19th spot is Cigars of the Pharaoh. Here we go. I like the book, but I love it. I love it. I've read it a lot of times. I like it. The others are just better, but I like it. Every single part of it. The drawings are really good, in my opinion. Especially that chase in the end is just absolutely amazing. I absolutely love this book. On the 18th spot is... I might have to just kind of blend in a list right now, how it is until this point. So you can see that on screen right now. Land of Black Gold. Here we go. This is the 18th spot, in my opinion. It's an interesting book, and I don't think anyone who has ever read this book really does hate it, because it's funny, it's nice, it's interesting. So yeah, that's on my 18th spot. Number 17 is The Shooting Star. Wow, this is just I think it was the first... I love it from beginning to end. I just think it is such a nice book, and it's also very, very... And the tension in this book is amazing. I love it. Yeah. 16. The next book is The Red Sea Sharks. As you can probably tell, I only have this book in a 3-in-1 book format, but it is an amazing book. And also it's such an amazing cover. Look at this. Actually, I've got this cover on the wall of my room. I actually got this because it's such an amazing cover. I wanted that so badly, and it's just an amazing book. It's funny, it's amazing, it's a very good constructive story. I can't find it. It's an interesting book. here we go. This is it. There we go. It is King Ottokar's Scepter. Is an amazing book. And I like it. Actually, it was... When I only used to watch the series of Tintin, this was my favorite book. Because I loved the way that camera contraption thingy. Let's see, where is it? As you can see, how the stick or the scepter just flies out using this fake camera. I love it. It's an amazing book. Every single time I read it, I enjoy it. Here we go. Well, I don't think I have to say anything about this book because there are probably a million reviews of this in the internet, and I think anyone who has ever read anything about Tintin knows this book. Red Rackham's Treasure is on my 13th spot. I think it is better than The Secret of the Unicorn, although it has not got a better story. The drawings are better. I love when you see kind of pointless scenes. You know what I mean? And this one has got a lot of pointless scenes that were just there to be funny, and that's why this is actually ranked higher than The Secret of the Unicorn. I don't know if I make sense at all, but, well, you know what I mean. I hope. On my 12th spot is The Crab with the Golden Claws. This is the first book with Haddock in it, and it is just such a crazily great constructive story. I don't think anyone hates this book. It's just amazing. And I also think it's the most popular Tintin book. I could imagine that. On the 11th spot is Seven Crystal Balls. I actually know people whose favorite book from Tintin is The Seven Crystal Balls. Did that make sense? Whose favorite book of Tintin, you know what I mean. I can completely understand that because it's such a nice book. And it's, well, I say that about every book, I know that, but it's interesting and it kind of has got an open end, and I love books that have open ends. However, the second part of the book is obviously better because Prisoners of the Sun haven't been in the list yet. I can blend in the list again right now so you can kind of know how the list is going so far. On my 10th spot, these are my top 10, is Tintin in Tibet. Wow, this is just such a heartbreaking story. How Tintin is kind of keep trying to find his friend Chang. It's just an amazing story. I think it definitely earned the 10th spot. Number 9 is Tintin and the Picaros. Or Picaros, I don't know how you say that, but wow, I love the book. Seriously, where is it? Here we go. The drawings. I think this is the Tintin book with the best drawings. I would say that, yeah, this is the Tintin book with the best drawings. They're absolutely fantastic, magnificently, I don't know how you can describe them. There's so many people that are in the story. The 8th spot is The Blue Lotus. And I don't know about you, but I love writing The Blue Lotus. It's just such a fun, it's an amazing name. The cover is amazing. The book is so amazing. I've actually lived 6 years in Shanghai, so it's always had a very deep spot in my heart. Beautiful book, and it's amazing. On the 7th spot is The Calculus Affair. I bet that many people have this on the first spot because it is a very well constructed story. It's definitely a good book. On my 6th spot is Tintin and Auf Art. This might shock a lot of you, but every single time I read this story, I want to continue reading. An amazing book, and I don't think many people have actually read this one because it's an incomplete story. As you can see over here, it's actually not complete. Only these kind of drawings, and you have to read it this way. But it's amazing. It's such an amazing book, and anybody who has not read this before, I can definitely recommend it. On my 5th spot is Explorers on the Moon. Wow. I mean, look at this. Explorers on the Moon is an amazing book. It's so... everyone who has read that must agree that this is such an awesome book. I think it's one of the first stories how people actually go on the moon. This is basically untoppable, if you know what I mean. You cannot top it. Alright, now Prisoners of the Sun. Number 5 and number 4, Prisoners of the Sun and Explorers on the Moon. I didn't know which one's better. They're both very amazing. I love both of them. And they're kind of similar books. It's a very long stretched story. It's just a lovely book. On the 3rd spot is Flight 714 to Sydney. Wow. When I just said that, I think that Tintin and the Picaros is the best drawn book. This is probably, with Tintin and the Picaros, the best drawn book. I read it so often, and look at every single little picture. As you can see, every single little detail in this small little picture. Look how small it is. This is a tiny picture in the book, and even there, every single tree has got its detail. On the 2nd spot, and some people might call me I know what some people might call me, but the Castafiore Emerald is just, the cover is amazing, the book is funny, and I know I just said I love it when books are kind of just showing nothing really important, and this entire book is just basically trying to make fun of Haddock, and well, it's just such a nice book, and people who like to laugh, this is the book to read. Seriously, best book in my opinion. And seriously, I've been doing these rankings for about, 1 year now, and this has always been on my number 1. Because it is the most fantastic book I've ever read, seriously. Destination Moon. You can read this over and over and over and over again. I've read this at least 20 times, seriously. And it's not getting boring because alone this simple picture over here, I can remember I once read this about half an hour because look at every single detail over here, it's amazing. I don't think anybody will have the exact same list, but about like that. For example, The Broken Ear is not really one of the best books, and Blue Lotus is one of the best books. I don't know, tell me your opinion in the comment section. You don't have to even tell me your opinion in the comment section, do what you want. Have a good day. Bye bye.